Are they advertising molds? Like, it looks like this picture was meant to be sent to insurance or contractors who are going to do some work on the place and not meant to be advertised to prospective tenants. I was doing some research for a future video and I was looking for places for rent on Zoopla. And let me tell you, some landlords should be ashamed of themselves. I found places that, in my opinion, shouldn't even be advertised. So I wanted to share a few of these properties that I found and tell you that you deserve better. Don't settle for something like that, even if you are desperate. And I know that in a lot of cities, it is incredibly hard to find a decent property. I've lived in London for years, and each time I had to move, it was a process. But I've done it enough times now to know what is acceptable and what is not. Okay, so here we have a studio to rent for £9.50 and it is in North London. Okay, so there is a double bed. What's that? Is that the stove and the fridge? Is this a cupboard? Wait, where is the sink? Where is the rest of the kitchen? Is that the kitchen? And this is the shower. Okay. So we need sinks. We need a sink for the kitchen and we need a sink for the bathroom. Where are the sinks? And there is no floor plan, obviously, so let's have a look at the description. So I know that the descriptions are usually templates that agents just reuse for all their properties. But come on, newly refurbished. Can we talk about that? Where do you see newly refurbished here? Anyway, lovely, great value, newly refurbished, spacious. They say spacious. Bedsit set on the ground floor of period conversion. Newly decorated with bright neutral decor and laminate flooring throughout. This sentence, you will find it in every ad, even if it's not true, like here. Own shower and kitchenette within room. Shared use of WC and washing machine on first floor. So this is actually a bedroom in a house, at least I think so. They put a mini fridge and a stove in the room and somehow made a shower somewhere. So there is no proper kitchen, there is no sink for the kitchen, there is no sink for the bathroom, there is no toilet, and they call that a studio. This is not a studio. This is a glorified bedroom at best. And even for a bedroom, the standard is quite low. No. I have no words. I am speechless. This is an ad for a one-bedroom flat in East London advertised at £1,450 per month. There are 11 photos, which is quite a good amount to get a good feel of the place. But what photos? This is the kitchen. I mean, if I was looking for a place, I wouldn't even go further than that. I would close the ad straight away. What is this kitchen? Where do we even begin? There is nothing right here. First of all, what is this mess? On the radiator and this pile of pots and stuff, you have what looks like a beanbag here. The wall is disgusting. The door of the cupboard needs to be fixed. And look at the floor. They just put tape on whatever was happening, but there is obviously something happening and it's not looking good. This kitchen is going to give me nightmares, I'm not joking. This is the other side of the kitchen and just as disgusting as the first picture. Oh my. Alright, so this is the bathroom. I mean, it looks awful. It looks dirty, damaged, old, not well maintained. I mean, who would want to live here? It's a dump. What's this place? I guess the bedroom is not that bad compared to what we've just seen. It's still very cluttered. The curtains are closed. So I'm just wondering, what can we see through the window? The floor looks damaged. It's messy. It's crowded. But you know what? It's the best room so far. Again, very cluttered, very all over the place. So this looks like a second bedroom and it looks more neat, to be honest. I'm just wondering what it is because this place is advertised as a one-bedroom flat. So is this the living room that they turned into a second bedroom? This is not very clear. It's a bit confusing, so I don't like it. But this room looks better than anything else in this flat. It's in line with everything that we've seen before. Look at this TV stand. What's up? What's going on here? It's disgusting, it's cluttered, it's not being looked after, people don't care about the place, the landlord doesn't care about the place. So my opinion about this place is that the tenants don't care about the flat, the landlord doesn't care about the flat, and the landlord doesn't care about the tenants. So I would avoid like the plague. This has been up for a month, and of course it's still available because nobody would want to live in a dump like that. We shouldn't have people paying to rent this. We just shouldn't. Okay, so here we have a room to rent for 1,500, 1,500 for a room to rent in a house share in Wembley. First picture is this kitchen. We have missing doors on the cupboards. We have a chair here next to the stove. What for? There isn't a lot of storage, and this is a house share, so I don't know how many rooms there are, but this wouldn't even be enough for me and my partner. It looks like there are maybe 1 or 2 cupboards, which wouldn't even be enough for cutlery and crockery and stuff like that. So where do you put the food? What's that? First of all, there is this big wardrobe that is disgusting. Look at the mirror. They couldn't even clean the mirror before they took a picture. Also, what is this picture? What are they showing? Is this the room to rent? Why am I seeing bunk beds? Am I renting the room as is with a bunk bed? How am I using this space? And can I please see the space itself? So to summarize here, you can rent a room in a house share for £1,500 a month, where you can't even see what the room looks like. It's disgusting. There are bunk beds in the room, and you can't even cook in the kitchen. I don't consider that this is a decent place to live. I don't think this should be even advertised, no matter what the price would be. This, in this condition, should not be on the market. Next. What do we have here? So this is a studio to rent for £1,150. It is in Barking. We have only 4 photos. It doesn't start well because the first thing I can see is this wall where there was some kind of water damage or something, and the place doesn't feel healthy. But anyway, let's look at the pictures. It looks like it's quite a small room, and again, the state of the wall is quite scary. Okay, so this is the second picture, and they are just zooming on the wall that is scary. What's the point? Are they advertising molds? Like, what are they trying to say here? I'm gonna read the description after to see if they say anything about the wall, but why would you take a picture specifically of the damage? It looks like this picture was meant to be sent to insurance or contractors who are going to do some work on the place, and not meant to be advertised to prospective tenants. Can you take your child out of the picture before you advertise the place to the internet? This is ridiculous. And to finish, the bathroom, which, I mean, I don't have much to say about it. I am a bit disappointed because out of the 4 pictures, we can't really see what the kitchen is, or is this the kitchen? This is not a kitchen. This is a sink, a fridge, and a kettle. Where is the stove? This doesn't look safe. This doesn't look like a kitchen. This looks like some kind of DIY that was done in a room to make it look like it's a studio when it's really not. Or at least they don't use ridiculous sentences in the description. They do say it's a large studio flat, which I'm sorry, but this is not a large studio flat. And also, it's not a studio flat. It is a room, probably in a house, where they added a sink to make it look like there is a kitchen. This is not okay. I don't think this should be advertised. I don't think someone should live in this space as it is at the moment. If you are looking for a studio flat in East London, I promise you, you can do better than that. This is not acceptable. That's it for today. I hope you found this video helpful regarding what is acceptable and what is not regarding flat hunting. Even though these ads may not be full on scams, I definitely think that most of them show that there is a lack of care and respect from the landlord and agent, and just based on that, I wouldn't move forward because as a tenant, you are giving a lot of your hard-earned money to people in order to have somewhere to call home, and I think you deserve respect. And even though I know it can be extremely hard to find somewhere, especially in London, I don't think you should settle for something like that. If you want to see more videos like this, or a video where I show you positive ads instead, let me know in the comments, and in the meantime, I suggest that you watch this video next.